9-month-old Oxo has been watching while I unload and store some cold game. They have gone into the freezer for use throughout the year in training. She was very calm, just nosing the birds gently, so next day decided to do a cold game retrieve. I tucked the bird's head under its wing, and you could put some rubber bands round the wings to stop it from flopping about, but I put the whole bird, apart from the tail feathers, inside an old tight. This makes it as easy as possible for the dog to achieve. It still has the weight, shape and scent of the bird, but by covering the feathers for this first retrieve, she's unlikely to get overexcited and potentially nip the bird. She has already proved that she's reasonably steady and obedient on dummy retrieves. I always show a young dog something completely new that it's going to retrieve and speak to it calmly, and you can see by her bouncing that she's quite enthusiastic. So it's going to be a memory retrieve, and it's going to be placed in some long grass so that she has to use her nose to find it. Don't leave them out in the open, because your dog will go in much too hard and possibly damage the bird. Always do everything you can to create a successful outcome, particularly when you're working with something new with a young dog. Bad memories with something new can cause a dog significant setbacks in its training. So don't hurry, don't change a regular routine. Everything that's happening here for Oxo is exactly the same as if it were a dummy retrieve. Oxo is quite an excitable dog, but I was impressed with the way she behaved when I was unloading the birds, which has led me to try this out. I definitely wouldn't be doing it if she'd shown a roughness with the birds or were overly excited. Well, that was a lovely pickup for a first time, and made easy for her by the bird being in a sleeve. So as usual, lots of praise at the end. Don't let them get overexcited, they might start jumping up with the bird. Just try and keep them calm and make them sit. You have to somehow convey to them that that bird is yours. You'll share it with them, but it's yours. So I repeated that the following day with a similar result, and then the next day, with a fresh bird, decided to take the sleeve off. So here again, the head goes under the bird's wing, and the dog is shown the retrieve. I would normally use a hen bird or a partridge, but these are very small cockbirds, hence I'm using them for Oxo. It's another memory retrieve, again being dropped in long grass, but not quite so far this time, because if things were to go wrong, I don't want her to be a long way from me. This little dog is really thinking here, because you see she hesitates. She thinks she's going to be asked to do a go back. But mistakes like that don't matter. It's good she's engaged and thinking. And again, take your time. Give them a chance to work it out as they go along. So this is absolutely typical. They need to work out how to pick it up. And don't whistle them to come to you until they have actually picked it. But the moment she has it positioned to carry, get her travelling with your recall whistle. And because she's holding it nicely, I'm able to let her continue to hold it. I don't want to take it from her straight away. She's very proud of it, and as long as she holds it gently and doesn't mouth it, that's fantastic. She's very pleased with herself, a bit over-exuberant, but it's very typical of a young dog. Just treat them as firmly and as calmly as you can. Most importantly, it was a great memory, and whilst I'll do very little of this over the coming months, I'll concentrate on dummies. She's made a good start.